Good evening, my friends. Good evening. I'm going to jump on here just a minute early. Let everybody get on the live program tonight. Let's see here. I'm kind of multitasking right now. It's not always a smart thing for me. I'll try. So, are we on here? Yes. Okay, so just gonna pop this in the comments here. Yes. So how you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Hi, Lori. Hello, Angie. Good evening, everyone. Just gonna give a couple minutes for everybody to get on board. While I do a couple of little fun things here. It's nice to see you guys. How's everybody doing? This is the best tea. I gotta tell you, this is a Tazo tea. Tazo, am I saying that right? And it's called Wild Sweet Orange. And it's so good. You know what it tastes like? You know those vitamin C's that you get, the chewable ones that are like really, really good? That's what it tastes like. I don't know about you guys, but I love chewable vitamins. Flintstones, any of them, give them to me. I love them. I'll just eat them. I'll eat too many of them. So I don't buy those anymore. But that's what this tea tastes like. So it's really awesome. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Shauna. Hi, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. Kristen, hello. Angie's here. Oh, good. Okay. You ready for some Reiki tonight, Angie? Good for you. I'm glad you're here. So, last week we talked a little bit about frequencies, keeping our frequency high. You hear people say all the time, you know, we have to vibrate higher. We have to keep our frequencies up. Thanks. I love your weirdness too, Melissa. So I kind of talked a little bit about frequencies. And I shared the map of consciousness, which looks like this. That is from the book Power versus Force that was written by David R. Hawkins. And basically our low frequency emotions are things like anger, pride, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame. Those are low vibrations. Those are no bueno. You cannot have good health and good emotions if you're down there in the gutter. So the main thing is trying to keep our vibrations above the 350 level on Dr. Hawkins' chart. And you can just Google map of consciousness and find this. That's where I got it. It's just online. But keeping our vibrations of at least at a 350, which is acceptance, and up is the key to our happiness, honestly. The key to feeling good, the key to not only our happiness, but like, you know, our emotional state and our physical state. Our emotions, from the time we have a thought, we have 17 seconds, Dr. Hawkins says, until it becomes an emotion. And so if you are having a low frequency thought, you need to turn it around within the first 17 seconds before it becomes an emotion. Because once it becomes an emotion, you have 70 seconds before you put it into a manifestation mode. So it's so important to keep our frequencies up. And how do we do that? My favorite is gratitude. Do you have a gratitude journal? Seriously, start writing down what you're grateful for. If you're not someplace you can write, or you don't have a place that you want to write it, just sit down and close your eyes and just start reciting things, even just in your mind, of the things that you are grateful for. You know, I'm so grateful I have a roof over my head. I am so grateful that I have a meal today. I'm so grateful I have a shower of my own. I'm so grateful for my dog, my family, my home, my church, whatever it is. Be grateful. That, to me, is the easiest way to raise your vibration when you are down there in that yucko place, right? You know, I kind of think of it. Remember that movie, the Robin Williams movie? What's the name of it, guys? I just had a had a little mental fart. What may come? Is that it? Or what dreams may come? Where, you know, this couple dies. He dies first, and then she dies. But she goes to this very low place, which is kind of like hell, which I think we create ourselves. That's where we need to be. And he is in this beautiful, lovely place, heaven. And, you know, it's floating among this hellish place where his wife is, and where he wants so badly to get her out of that, to find her and help her, and to reunite with her, because they had this wonderful love for each other. And just that, oh, that awful dark place. You know, we all go there sometimes. We just do. Sometimes somebody triggers us. Or, you know, sometimes we just wake up on the wrong side of the bed, right? It can be anything. It can be anything. And sometimes it's something so minor that sends us down there. Could be a comment somebody makes. Or, you know, there are days that I get up and I look in the mirror and I'm like, I feel like shit. I look like shit today. There goes my vibration down the toilet. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Glinda. And so, anyway, it's changing that thought before it becomes an emotion, and bringing it up. So, ways to do that: gratitude, songs. You have a song you love? How about a mantra? Write a mantra for yourself, or an affirmation. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself up above that 350 level of acceptance, because your emotions of love and joy and peace, enlightenment, connecting with spirit, just going into prayer or meditation, connect in your heart space. Those are going to bring your vibration up. So I briefly also mentioned last week a little bit about kinesiology, muscle testing. And a lot of you have probably heard of this and have used it. Or perhaps you've heard of it, but you don't really understand what it is. Well, basically, muscle testing is based on our muscle reactions when we are in a place of high vibration or a place of low vibration. Or if something that we want to muscle test on tests high or low for us. And so one thing we can do is just test ourselves when we come across things that, you know, I do it in the grocery store all the time with food, you know, and I'm testing it, you know, is this something that is good for me? I do it with like my vitamins. Is this something that would be a good supplement for me to take? You can ask questions, you know, if I take this class, is this going to help me further along my path? Is this a good class for me? Or is this class just somebody selling me crap that I don't need, right? So there's so many things that we can muscle test against. And there's a couple of very simple ways. Let me move this over here. A couple of very simple ways that we can test ourselves. Now, if somebody is testing you, or you're testing somebody else, usually we do it with an arm out, and we test to see how strong the arm is. So you've probably seen people do this before. So if you have somebody hold their arm out and you ask them a question, if they give you a true answer, you're not going to be able to move their arm when you lightly push down on it. If they give you an answer that's not truth, and maybe because it's a low vibration, when you're lying, you're in a low vibration place, that arm is just going to go, it's just going to flop like crazy. So it's really interesting. Try it on your kids sometimes, but don't tell them what you're doing. You might not want to try it on your spouse. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. But we can also muscle test ourselves. And one very simple way is using our fingers. So loop your fingers like a little chain, right? Chain them together. Ask yourself a question, whatever question you want to ask. And then if you pull your fingers apart and it stays very firm, you're in a high vibration or a truth statement. If your fingers come right apart, or you slip right out of that knot, you are in a very low vibration or a fault, or could be, no, this is not a good food for you to eat. In today's age, there's so many people that have so many food allergies and problems with different kinds of food, that muscle testing is a great way to check that. Now, another way you can do it, and it's also very easy, and I do this a lot when I'm at the grocery store because nobody really knows what I'm doing. And it's just standing straight up. For me, my yes response, my body is going to lean forward naturally. If it's a no response, my body will start to go backwards. And so when you're standing there, say for example, I pick up this tea and, I hold it and I ask myself, is this tea something that is going to be good for me? And my body will naturally move whichever way it is. So if it's good for me, I'm going to lean forward. If this is something that's not good for me, say I have a Coca-Cola, and I ask, is this Coca-Cola good for me? I'm telling you, I can already feel my body wanting to go backwards. It's really cool stuff. So there's just your little tip of the week, all right? Try muscle testing, and try it with a friend or a loved one. And you can ask silly questions. You can ask your husband, for example, is your name Mary? Well, his arm's going to go flop, I hope. If it doesn't, that's another discussion. And, then ask him something that would be true about him and see the difference. So it's super cool. So anyway, Flora, is it normal to experience hot flashes after an attunement? Hey, our bodies experience energy differently. And, it's just like when I do Reiki sessions, I always tell my clients, there's so many different things that you could experience different during this, or you may experience nothing. So I think it just depends on how we see and feel energy and whatever experience we're meant to have. I've told some of my clients before too, like when I took my Karuna Reiki practitioner training, I can't remember which one it is. I think it was my little finger or my thumb on my left hand would vibrate every time I would do Reiki for like 6 months afterwards. And it's just stopped the last couple months. Once in a while, I'll get some vibration in my pinky still. But why that happens, I don't know. When you're having Reiki though, you might see colors. You might feel heat. You might feel cold. You might feel a vibration. Some people will experience like maybe a leg getting like super heavy and weighted down, or vibrate, or feel super light. And so it's a little different for everyone what you're going to experience. And the same thing with attunements. There have been some attunements that I have felt a real shift in my body, and there are others that are just like, okay, that was nice, nothing major. So it's different for all of us, but that's a great question. Thank you for asking it. I do teach Reiki. If anybody's interested in learning Reiki for yourself, right now I'm pretty much just doing private training on that, private sessions. And so reach out if you're interested in that. You can learn to do Reiki on yourself. You can learn to do Reiki for your family, your friends, your animals. You can learn to do it around manifesting something that you want to manifest. If your car isn't running right, you can do Reiki on your car. I mean, everything is energy. Everything is made up of energy. And Reiki is simply an energy. And so what happens during a Reiki session is that, to begin with, first of all, I clear my space, which I've already done here. This is my little Reiki room that we're in. I clear my space, and I call in my spirit team. I call them my spirit team because there are a lot of them. And these are angels, elementals. They are light beings that I have had other lifetimes with, and that I work with on the other side. There are lots of them. Some of them are relatives and friends that have passed over that will come in. I'll feel this energy come in during a session. And so I just ask for any beings of the light that are either on my spirit team or are on your team, or my client's team. My clients could be their spirit guides. It could be any, as long as they're beings of the light, beings of God, okay? I don't do dark magic. I don't do anything with dark energy. So it's always of the light. I invite them to come in and participate. Once you are attuned by a Reiki master, when you go through your Reiki training, it's basically like you're able to tune in to a radio station on your car radio. You're tuning into those energy waves. And the energy passes through me to my clients. I do Reiki hands-on. I also do distance Reiki. And because we're tuning into this energy, which we can't see, but we know it's there, that's why this distance Reiki works. Well, we can do Reiki like this, live. And anybody who is on, who has an intention to receive, can receive. So, that said, all you have to do tonight is just set your intention. If there's something specific you would like healing on, whether it's physical, whether you need some healing in your heart, Reiki for grief is unbelievable. And I have just recently experienced one of the most beautiful miracles in my life, I swear. And this client is on here tonight. If she wants to say anything, she can do so. Healing of the heart. Oh, Reiki brings so much peace and calm, and it's, you know, it's releasing those toxins in our body, whether they're physical toxins or they're mental toxins. Sometimes we have spiritual toxins, emotional toxins. They bring a peace and a calm to you. And once we have that peace inside, our body can heal itself. Our spirit can heal itself. We can heal emotionally and mentally. We can heal all of our chakras naturally because we have the ability to heal ourselves. I am not healing you. It's not me healing you. It's me helping you heal yourself, okay? So, Reiki always goes to where it's needed. So you may have an intention that you want healing in your knee, and the Reiki starts flowing. The Reiki energy may say, that's not where you need the healing, sister. You need it here. It's going to go where it's needed first. And it heals from a spiritual level, which is the root level. It goes right to the root of the issue. So it's not putting a Band-Aid on stuff like some other healing methods are, right? It's not taking a pill. It's not covering up. It's going to the root issue. And so it starts at the spiritual issue. And my belief is that all dis-ease starts at the spiritual level. Okay? So, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. So, anyway, here's what we're going to do. All you have to do is set your intention. I have already had a discussion with my spirit guides, and I'm ready just to start sending you some Reiki. And you can sit quietly with your eyes closed and just relax and receive. That's all you have to do. So, by the way, I didn't ever introduce myself. My coach Candace would yell at me. My name is Kerri Wade, and I am in Chandler, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix. I am a Reiki master teacher. I've been a Reiki master since 2004, and I am a Karuna Reiki practitioner. In addition to those, I'm also a hypnotherapist. I do BQH, which is Beyond Quantum Healing, another hypnotherapy technique that takes you to a very deep state where you work with your higher self. I do energy transfer resets, which is a releasing modality, which releases the low frequencies in in your body, in your spirit, everything. Gets rid of those low frequencies, clears out blockages. It will release any dark entities. It's amazing, and it's a very simple procedure that we do. I do all of those online on Zoom, and I only charge $25 for those. So there's something for everyone. You can go to my website, kerriwade.com, and book there. I put a link in the comments here as well. So sit back and relax. Take a deep breath. We made it halfway through the work week here. We're on the downhill now, so let's just relax. Bring our bodies, our emotions to a very peaceful and calm place, knowing that you can just let go of anything that's happened to you today. Just for a while. You can pick it up when you leave if you choose. Don't recommend it, but it'll be there waiting for you if you want it. Let go of your story. Just letting go and just being in that place of pure spirit. That place where you go just to reconnect with yourself, Mother Earth, the universe. If you believe in God or Jesus, however you connect in a spiritual way, just be in that still, quiet place. Just bring to mind that intention that you have of what you would like some healing around. And if you don't have anything specific, maybe just some peace of mind, a feeling of relaxation, letting go of stress. Who doesn't have stress? Pay attention to any sensations that you might feel physically or perhaps psychically. Sometimes something will be dropped in your mind. Maybe it's just your grocery list. You can let that go. Sometimes it's a person or a place. Sometimes you'll get a message. Just allow it. Be grateful. I mentioned that I am a Karuna Reiki practitioner. And Karuna Reiki is just an advanced level. It's an additional set of symbols and attunements. And it's so beautiful and gentle. It's very much the energy of Mother Mary and Kuan Yin. Karuna Reiki allows for healing without as much emotional trauma. It's just gentler. Whatever you're seeking healing on tonight, whatever your intention is, a lot of times it will have to do with letting something go. Perhaps it's an old hurt. Perhaps it's some heartache. Maybe it's something physical. I find it helps sometimes to just maybe have a little mantra in your head. I love to use I release or I let go. Whatever no longer is serving you, I would invite you to just let it go. There are some ways that you may experience a letting go or a release in your body. Sometimes it could be a yawn. For me, a lot of times it's like a catching of my breath, like that, you know? Sometimes you'll feel it somewhere in your body. You'll feel something tingle or shift. And there are times when you have a Reiki session that you might not really feel much at all. But then a day or two down the road, you realize that something has changed. Sometimes you know what it is. Sometimes you can't put your finger on it. But you know something has changed and something has improved. getting close to our full moon. Beautiful time for letting go of stuff. Sometimes it's hard to let go of that stuff. We want to just continue to gnaw on it. Let it piss us off. I don't know why we do that. We do though sometimes, right? When we let something go, though, that is no longer serving us, we create space for something better. So that's some motivation. Some people love to, around the full moon, 2 days before or 2 days after, write down some things that you're ready to let go of. Maybe there are thoughts that no longer serve you. Maybe there are stories that you've told yourself about yourself or about somebody else. Maybe there are old heartaches, still holding on to something that somebody did or said. Write those things down, wad it up, and burn it safely, please. Let those go. And ask the universe or spirit or God just to bring whatever is for your highest and best into your life. Being conscious of that space that you just created. I feel like my body's opening up, my heart space. I feel the shift there. My shoulders have been hurting me all day long. I blamed it on sleeping wrong. I suspect it's something more than that. I feel that space opening up though. You know, a lot of times shoulder pain indicates a closing of your heart space. It's like sometimes we sit like this, you know, we're hunkered down at our desks. And we're like protecting that space. And so opening up your chest. Opening up that heart space and breathing. I love to breathe into that heart space. It's very healing. Yeah, I think this was a heart chakra night, guys. I feel that. I feel that lightness in my heart. How about you guys? You know, I don't get a chance of reading all your comments as we go or checking to see who's coming on. But I do go through it afterwards, and I love seeing your comments and appreciate it so much. It's fun to see what everybody's experiencing, though. So I'm going to bring this Reiki session to a close. But before we do, I would ask you to place your hands on your heart. And just give yourself some love. Tell yourself that you love yourself. I love me. And also know that I love each and every one of you, and I'm so grateful that you are here. Thank you for the sharing. This is like my favorite time of the week. Speaking of which, starting next week, we're moving to Monday night. Yeah. William, you felt the heart too, right? Hi, Rhonda. So beginning next week, I'll be on Monday night, same time. And before we close tonight, I'm going to read us a postcard from Spirit, so don't leave me yet. You got love in your heart? You love yourself? Yes, that's right. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Monday will be our new day and time. So again, if you are interested in a private session or a distance session, kerriwade.com is my website. I also do animals, by the way. Animals respond beautifully to Reiki. And they're little shorter sessions. They don't need as long of a session as we do. So they save you a little bit of money. And I have a January special going on right now, where a single Reiki session is $20 off. You can buy as many as you want during the month of January. You can book them out every, as far out as you want. I think I can book out either 6 months or a year in advance on my website. Hi, Jennifer. So take advantage of that January special. Okay, let's do a postcard from Spirit, eh? Pretty ready? And be sure to tune in tonight to Candace Parisi, Traveling Intuitive, on Facebook at 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Candace will be doing live mini psychic readings. Candace is an incredible psychic. So check that out, Traveling Intuitive. It's coming up after this. You have time to go get you a nice cup of vitamin C tasting orange tea. Go potty, whatever you need to do, get a snack. And hang out with Candace for a while. I'd also like to thank Jennifer Douglas. Jennifer is my wonderful, wonderful friend, and she's the owner of East Valley Thermography. And if you're not following her on Facebook yet, you need to. EV Thermography. Thermography is, well, go to her page. She has a lot of information. I probably don't explain it very well, but basically, it's a diagnostic tool without radiation or manipulation. And a lot of women are using it for breast scans instead of mammograms, because mammograms are very traumatic, for one. Sometimes you've had cancer in your body for 8 or 10 years before it will ever show up on a mammogram. In fact, on Jennifer's Facebook page today, she had a great chart on there explaining some of these things. So, EV Thermography. I'll put the link on here too. Or Jennifer, yeah, add it. EV Thermography. And follow her page. It's great information for everyone. So, okay. Postcard from Spirit. This is a deck by Colette Baron Reed. Did I say that already? I don't think I did. They're called Postcards from Spirit. And, oh, that light's so bright, you can't even see that. Whoa, Postcards from Spirit. And here's our message. Dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. Capital F, capital U, capital N. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you got really loose, silly, and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some very funny comedy to make you laugh. Or call the one friend you know will remind you of how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting. And you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? Awesome. I love these cards. I love these cards. Everybody should have a deck of these cards. I have it on my website. I think they're still on there. I have a page on my website that's called Recommendations. And I think the link for these from Amazon is on there. Everybody should pick these up. And when you're just feeling low or in those low vibrations, sit down and pull yourself a card and read your message from Spirit. So beautiful. So have a wonderful week. I will see you back here on Monday. And any questions, anything I can help you with, please reach out. And oh, I love the fun. I'm a fairy. Yay! Fairies are wonderful. They're fun and light. I love fairies too. So have a great week, everyone. And thank you so much for being here and for sharing this time with me. I love you and I appreciate you. Tune into the Traveling Intuitive next and get your psychic reading. Love you. Peace and blessings. Good night.